Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to March. This is the spring season. A lot of us window tinters are excited to get going for the summer season, the busy season. We've been hard at work over the winter, solving bugs, creating new features you've been asking for. My name is Corey. I am the pattern design manager here for DigiCut. This will be the first webinar in a monthly series that we'll be hosting. So for today, I'll try to cover the new features first and perhaps take any questions you might have or leave any questions that you might have in the comments, and we'll get back to you on those. You're always welcome to give us a call directly, 1-800-452-7311. That's option number 2 for pattern design, and then option number 3 for our customer service guys, the help desk software tech guys. So that said, I do want to make sure that you guys all know that probably the most important announcement that everybody cares about is we are not doing a price increase this year. So thank you to all of you guys that have been with us for a long time and have seen the app grow into its current state. When we first started this 4 years ago, it was, or 5 years ago, the app was pretty basic, and we've been working really hard to add to some of those features, add features that you guys have all asked for. So we do appreciate every one of you and looking forward to what is coming this year. Let's go straight to the software. Let's take my mug out of here. All right. First things first, let's make this big. You'll see we've got some faster editing and workflow tools. First we have the mirror, the cut, copy, paste. So let's just go ahead and choose a vehicle here. Let's do the good old Acura 80X in the interest of time. If you wanted to copy and paste this, you Command C and then Command V, and it's gonna copy and paste just like it would in Microsoft Word or any other program. It's gonna copy and paste the same thing. So if you had 2 of those windows and you just wanted to keep going, stacking them on top of each other, you absolutely could. It's got a full window of menu commands up at the top where you can cut, copy, paste there. You can also do it here with that selected. You can right click, paste, copy, etc., etc. So that is the cut, copy, paste. Now the main tool here is really the mirror. The mirror tool, which is true reflection. Something that you previously could not do, which I know it annoyed me in the pattern design department, so I can imagine it annoyed you guys too. Now this is super handy if you wanted to, well, it just zoomed in on me. I need to learn how to work the software myself. So if we wanted to take an edit to this one right here and extend an edge, for example. If you want to extend the edge, we would go to resize. We'd put our anchor points down right here and right there. If it selects the top, you just push R to reverse the selection. And then what I want to do is add a 1/2 inch. Now, if I wanted to do that on both sides, for example, because I pulled the sweeps or the belt moldings on that particular window, and I wanted to make sure that it went all the way down, so on and so forth, you can do this. And then if you wanted to mirror that, copy and paste, mirror that, you do vertical here, or you can keep going with it. I'll undo that. Or if you wanted to do horizontal, mirror horizontal, you can do it that way. So that is our mirror tool. One of the things that we've also improved on is our zoom tool. So if you can, multiple ways to get to the zoom tool. There's the tool right there. If it's blue, then it is ready to go. Draw a box, and you can see it zooms right into where your box is at. Now, if you wanted to reverse that, you just hold the Option key and click. See how the plus turns to a minus? And then click. Wherever you click, it's going to get you back. There's always the Command and 0, which resets it back to that. You can do Command or Alt on a PC. Minus, plus, that one works, and then Command 0 resets it back to the basic. But you have this new tool here that's nice and flashy. It's right up there in the middle. So you can just click wherever you click, it focuses on, and you can move it around and do that. So that is the new and improved zoom tool. You also have zoom in the contextual menu, which is the right click, zoom in, zoom out, reset zoom, zoom to selection. So keep in mind that you can always right click and get that done. All right, let's talk about the next one. Double click. How many of us actually double click instead of drag? So you can drag, and then you've got to go through here and go back to selection tool there. You can go through there and rearrange all of your stuff. You can rotate. This one was one of our previous features back in 2.2, I believe. But you could rotate like that, or if you really wanted to be quick about it, you can right click. I'm sorry, not right click, just double click. Double click, and as you see, when you double click a template, it no longer stacks them on top of each other. Previously, it would stack them on top of each other like that. Now we're stacking, we're placing them a little more intelligently, I would say. And you can just keep clicking, and it's going to automatically fill whatever space it thinks it has. So you can keep clicking and just go nuts with it if you want. Go right down the list, and it will automatically do that. Which brings us to the next feature, which is really, let me turn on that, which is really awesome. I personally am excited about this one because we worked really pretty hard on this one. It is, we call it smart placement. It is kind of a hybrid version of AutoNest, because with AutoNest, the human will always be able to beat it. Other softwares that we've tested, and even in our own testing, we spent a year and a half testing AutoNest and trying to figure it out, but the problem was that it takes forever to do. It uses so much of your computer's processing power to do it. It takes forever to do it, so the benefit really didn't match with what we wanted it to do. So we came up with a quicker version of smart placement. And in this case, I've got all of these templates out here on the artboard. All you have to do is click smart placement once, and it arranges them all there. So 71.7% is the efficiency score on that one. So if I undo that, we were at 55.9 just double clicking those templates. So now if I smart placement again, it manages to do 71.7%. This is awesome, especially on window film. However, keep in mind, all the window tinters out there should know that this rotated this roll up against the grain. And I don't remember if the ADX required shrinking or not. I think you can get by with this on the F-150, on one of the trucks. A window that you don't know that you know doesn't need shrinking. But just keep in mind that on window tint, it's going to rotate it against the grain. We actually had this call earlier this week, and this is a Lexus RX. And it's got a whole bunch of fun stuff in the bumper on this one. And the feedback that we got was that it wasted so much film because it uses 104 inches and 30 by 35. So you're going to need at least 35 inches by 104. And if you were using a 60-inch roll, well, that really was not efficient. So what we did is we told him that we did actually have smart placement. And if you did this bumper and used smart placement, notice our efficiency was, I clicked it before I clicked off, sorry. I'll show you again, but this one's pretty complicated, so it takes it a little minute. There's a progress bar because of the amount of pieces that are in this particular one. And by the way, that grill is super fun to install. It was super fun to make. And now we've increased our efficiency to 46.5, but more importantly, if we select all of that, we've only used 66 inches of a 60-inch material. So that is something that we're pretty proud of. Now, you can still get this better. You can still make this better by placing some of these things over here. It's not going to fill space that is in between here. That is, we are working to improve that one, but for right now, it does not fill spaces within arches or within arcs. So, really neat tool. Hope you guys really enjoy that one. It is really handy, especially for this type of bumper. Let's see. The other thing that's kind of, a lot of people don't realize, maybe you found it annoying before, but before, when you sized your artboard, so for example, a lot of people cut just on a 60. We leave ours here at the shop on a 60 most of the time, unless we're trying really hard to cram something on. Over here, you'll see 34.2 is what it needs. That's the absolute minimum. So before, if you changed your artboard to 36, because I'm using a 36-inch film, it wouldn't move the templates up. In other words, it would leave it down here. Instead of moving it up, we would just move our artboard up, and then you would have to come in here and go, well, I'm going to have to click that and drag that each one of those up, or click the whole thing. Now we've made it to where the artboard is that way. Your templates, you adjust your templates up. That's going to cut on a 40, so I'm going to put 40 in there, and it's automatically going to move your artboard up. So this kind of minimizes any kind of layout, that you would have if you went to all the effort to arrange it and then changed your size. Then it would be all off the artboard. So we have fixed that problem. Let's see, what time are we at here? All right. The next one is tracking and reporting. A lot of people don't even realize this, but you can access your cut history. And before, it was great because if I wanted to see what I did, let's just say year to date, and search. If you wanted to see what you did, this is going to show you everything that I cut for the year. This is your cut history, but that's great. You can't do anything with it. Now you actually have the ability to export that cut history. Well, you should. There's the export button. Let's try this again, because I have apparently messed up the size of the window. Cut history. Here we go. Year to date. There's the export button. And now you can export it as a CSV file, import it right into Excel or Numbers or whatever spreadsheet system you're using. So you can export that, and I'm just going to go ahead and save that to that. So that is your cut history. Now that's handy for if you're maybe the shop owner, you want to see what your installers have been cutting over the last couple of weeks, or over the last couple of days. If there's ever a problem that you need to go back to and say, well, did I really cut that one? Which model did I cut? Did I cut the 911? Did I cut the Telluride? It's all right there. So all right, the next one is our communication and subscription management. So we've added an in-app message box. Now, this is not by any means meant to spam you guys or anything like that. This is simply to let you know that things are happening. So there may be a marketing and announcements, new features, promotions, product updates from DigiCut. We're really careful not to use that to try to sell you other stuff or be an ad like that. That is not our intention at all. There are urgent, time-sensitive notifications like billing issues, important license changes, stuff like that. Then there's information. That's something that I may send out. The template department may send out, because we may have noticed that Tesla once again duped us on their roll-ups and changed the corners again. That is actually a thing and has happened, where they have multiple roll-ups for multiple corners for the roll-ups. So we may actually tell you about that if it's important. It's one of those things. here's a test message that we did. This was a Happy New Year. So you'll be able to see in-app notifications from us in those 3 different forms. The other thing not shown here, because I am not really a subscriber, I don't really have that window, but you can resubscribe rather than calling in. So if your credit card changes or something happens to it and you need to change your credit card, you need to reactivate, that is as easy as just calling in. Before, you would just call in. Now what you're going to do is just do it inside the app, which is great, because that saves us from a call, saves you from having to deal with hold times, or perhaps you're working on a Saturday and we're closed. That's going to help you guys out quite a bit. We're pretty excited about that one. Again, we fixed some other bugs in this one. The shadow cut. We had a shadow cut zoom tool bug that was not very well seen, but and then a VinSearch crash that would cause a crash. So I think that's pretty much all of the new features. Again, we're going to continue these monthly webinars. Reach out to us by all means. The pattern design department is here and available. Give us a call, 1-800-452-7311. That is our phone number. Option number 2 gets you to the pattern design guys, and option number 3 will get you to Miguel or Salvatore. You guys probably all know those guys way better than us. They are the ones that are helping you out with the subscriptions and the kind of the tech support side of it. So be extra nice to them because they're delicate. That is a joke, but absolutely give us a call and reach out to us if there is something that you need, have a question. We are here for you. Again, thank you guys for taking the time to visit with us today or watch the video. We're going to do more of these over the next weeks. We may even have a special guest on there. At times, we'll probably have one of the Miguel or Salvador or one of the other pattern guys join us to answer questions. This video is a little clunky, admittedly, but we are working on it. So that is all for now. You guys have a good one. We will see you the next time.